더 스몰, 피스펠 네이버우드 오브 율로 크릭 워즈 에이 헤이번 포 이츠 레저던츠. 네셀드 빛 롤링 힐즈 앤드 댄스 우즈즈. 이트 워즈 에이 플레이스 이어 네이버즈 오펀 예이브드 프롬 데어 포어치즈. 칠드런 플레이트 프릴리 인 더 야워즈즈. 앤드 패츠 롬드 해피리 언더 더 와치펠 아이즈 오브 데어 오너즈. 벗 비니스 더 아이딜릭 서피스. 텐션즈 썸타임즈 시머드. 히던 프롬 뷰 언틸 데이 리치트 에이 보일링 포인트. 포 마어러. 일로 크릭 워즈 보스 허 생추에리 앤드 허 배틀그라운드. 시 헤드 리브드 인 허 스몰 하우스 앳 더 에지 오브 더 우즈즈 포 오버 에이 데케잇. 허 페이스펠 컴패니언. 에이 골던 리니버 네임드 데이지. 오리이즈 바이 허 사이드. 데이지 워즈 모어 댄 에이 페트. 시 워즈 마어러즈 팸리. 허 캄퍼덴트. 앤드 허 조이. 에이 퓨 먼스스 어고. 데이지 헤드 기번 버스 투 에이 리터 오브 식스 어도러벨 퍼피즈. 더 타이니 번델즈 오브 퍼 헤드 브로트 뉴 라이프 앤드 에너지 투 마어러즈 홈. 시 러브드 와칭 덤 와벨 어라운드 더 야어드. 데어 테일즈 웨깅 퓨리어슬리 에즈 데이 익스플로어드 더 월드. 더 퍼피즈 키클리 비케임 더 다워링즈 오브 더 네이버우드 앳 리스트. 모스트 오브 더 네이버우드. Not everyone was thrilled about the puppies. 마어러즈 네이버, 에마어 그레이선, had made his displeasure clear from the moment he first saw them. A 그러프, 캔텐커러스만 in his late 60s. 에마어, 그레이선 was known for his short temper and self-tongue. He had a particular disdain for noise. And the playful barks and ifs of Daisy's puppies seemed to irritate him to no end. They are a nuisance. He had grumbled one afternoon as Maura tended to the puppies in her yard. All that barking, it's enough to drive a man crazy. Maura had tried to be understanding. They are just puppies, she said gently. They'll calm down as they get older. But Emma, Grayson was unmoved. They better, he snapped. Or I'll find a to make them quiet. The threat lingered in the air, but Maura chose to believe he was just venting his frustration. She couldn't imagine anyone harming the innocent puppies, no matter how annoyed they were. One crisp autumn morning, Maura awoke to Daisy's frantic barking. The sound was urgent, filled with panic, and it sent a chill down Maura's spine. She hurried outside to find Daisy pacing near the puppy's pen. Her ears pinned back and her tail low. Two of the puppies lay motionless on the ground. Their tiny bodies still and lifeless. Maura's heart stopped. She rushed to the pen, scooping up the unresponsive puppies. Tears streamed down her face as she cradled them, their warmth already fading. The other puppies huddled together, trembling and whimpering. What happened? Maura whispered, her voice choked with emotion. A trip to the vet confirmed her worst fears. The puppies had been poisoned. The news hit Maura like a punch to the gut. She couldn't fathom who would do such a thing, who could harm creatures so innocent and pure. Her thoughts immediately turned to Emma, Grayson and his silly veiled threats. Back at home, Maura confronted him. She marched to his door, her fists clenched and her face flushed with anger. And he answered. His expression was one of irritation rather than surprise. Did you do this? She demanded, holding up a photo of the puppies. Emma, Grayson scowled. What are you talking about? Don't play dumb. Maura sat back. Two of Daisy's puppies are dead, poisoned. You said you'd make them quiet. Did you do it? For a moment, Emma, Grayson's face was a little bell. Then he sneered. You don't have any proof, he said. And I don't have to explain myself to you. Maura's anger flared, but she realized he was right. She didn't have proof. Her words would be dismissed as speculation, and confronting him further would only escalate the situation. With a heavy heart, she turned and walked away, vowing to find justice for her puppies. In the days that followed, 마어러 took every precaution to protect the remaining puppies. She moved their pen closer to the house, installed security cameras, and kept a watchful eye on Daisy whenever she went outside. The other neighbors, horrified by what had happened, rallied around her, offering their support and help. Despite their efforts, the shadow of fear loomed over Maora's home. She couldn't shake the feeling that whoever had poisoned the puppies wasn't done, that her family was still in danger. Then, one night, something unexpected happened. Maora was awoken by a loud commotion outside. She hurried to the window and saw flashing lights and the faint outline of a police car in Emma Grayson's driveway. Curiosity and a lingering sense of unease compelled her to step outside. She wasn't the only one. Other neighbors had also gathered, their faces lit with curiosity and concern. They watched as the officers escorted Emma Grayson out of his house, his hands cupped behind his back. His face was pale, his usual gruff demeanor replaced by a look of shock and fear. What's going on? Maora asked one of the officers. The officer hesitated before replying. We received a tip about illegal activities at this residence. We found evidence of animal cruelty and substances linked to several poisoning cases. Maora's breath caught in her throat. It wasn't just her puppies Emma Grayson had been harming other animals as well. The revelation sent a ripple of anger and sadness through the crowd. As the police car pulled away, Maora felt a mix of emotions, relief that Emma Grayson was being held accountable, grief for the puppies she had lost, and a renewed determination to protect those who remained. The days that followed brought a sense of closure, but also a lingering sadness. Maora focused on caring for Daisy and the surviving puppies, determined to give them the love and safety they deserved. The support from her neighbors grew stronger. Their shared outrage forging a bond that brought the community closer together. The sight of Emma Grayson being taken away in handcuffs was etched into Maora's mind. It was a bittersweet moment, a mix of justice for the harm he had caused and sorrow for the lives that had been lost. That night, as she sat in her living room with Daisy at her feet and the surviving puppies huddled together in their pen, Maora felt the weight of everything that had happened pressing down on her. The puppies, now a few weeks older, were starting to show their personalities. One was adventurous, always leading the others on playful escapades. Another was shy, often seeking Daisy's warmth and protection. Maora smiled as she watched them, their innocence a stark contrast to the cruelty they had endured. Her thoughts were interrupted by a knock at the door, and she opened it. She found a group of her neighbors standing on her porch, their faces filled with concern and determination. We wanted to check on you, said MRS Harper, who lived a few houses down. She held a casserole dish, the steam rising from its edges filling the crisp night air. And to let you know we are here for you, added Emma Patel, holding a bag of dog treats. Anything you need, Maora. We mean it. Maora's eyes yelled with tears as she invited them inside. The neighbors sat together in her living room, their presence filling the space with warmth and solidarity. They shared stories, laughter, and plans for how they could support Maora and ensure their neighborhood remained safe. We should organize a neighborhood watch, suggested Emma Turner, who had lived in Willow Creek for decades. Make sure nothing like this ever happens again. The idea gained traction, and by the end of the evening, they had a plan in place. Volunteers would take turns patrolling the area and keeping an eye out for suspicious activity. It wasn't just about preventing harm. It was about rebuilding trust and fostering a sense of security. 더 팔로잉 모어닝, 마어러 옥투 파인드 데트 허 프런트 야워드 헤드빈 트랜스포엄드, 에이 스몰 그룹 오브 네이버즈 헤드 게더드, 플랜팅 플라워즈 앤드 타이딩 업 더 스페이스, 에이 사인 리딩 이 스탠드 위드 마어러 오즈 프라프트 어겐스트 더 펜스, 이츠 브라이트 레터즈 에이 테스터먼트 투 더 커뮤너티즈 서포트, 마어러 스테프트 아웃사이드, 허 하우트 솔링 위드 그레터투드, 유 디던트 헤브 투 도 디스, 시 세드, 허 보이스 트램블링 위드 이모션, MRS, 하우퍼 스마일드 오엄니, 오브 코어스 위 디드, 유브 빈 스루 소머치, 앤드 위 완트 유 투 노 유어 나덜론. 에즈 더 윅스 페스트, 더 네이버우드 와치 비케임 에이 옐로어거나이즈드 에퍼트, 레저던츠 톡 턴즈 펀롤링 더 스트리츠, 데어 프레전스 에이 디테런트 투 애니원 컨시더링 하엄, 마어러 파운드 허셀프 그로잉 클로서 투 허 네이버즈, 데어 세어드 커미트먼트 투 이치 어더 스트렝서닝 더 반즈즈 데트 헬드 데어 커뮤니티 투게더, 미나일, 뉴스 오브 에마어, 그레이선즈 어레스트 스프레드 스루아웃 율로 크릭 앤드 비안드, 더 로컬 뉴스 스테이션 란 에이 스토리 어바웃 더 케이스, 하이라이팅 더 임포어턴스 오브 스탠딩 업 어겐스트 크루엘티 앤드 애드버케이팅 포 도즈 후 코던트 스픽 포 덤셀브즈, 마어러 헤저테이티드 앤더 리포터 에스크트 포언 인터뷰, 언슈어 이프 시 완티드 투 릴리브 더 페인펠 메모리즈, 벗 얼터미트리, 시 어그리드, 호핑 데트 세링 허 스토리 쿠드 인스파이어 어더즈 투 테이크 액션, 시팅 인 프런트 오브 더 캐머러, 마어러 스폭 캔디들이 어바웃 더 로스 오브 더 퍼피즈 앤드 더 피어 데트 헤드 그리프트 허 인 더 데이즈 데트 팔로드, 시 디스크라이브드 더 스트렝스 시 헤드 파운드 인, 허 커뮤니티 앤드 허 디터머네이션 투 아너, 더 퍼피즈 메모리 바이 크리에이팅 썸싱 파저티브 아웃 오브 더 트레저디. I want people to know that kindness and compassion can overcome even the darkest moments. 마어러 said, her voice steady despite the emotion in her eyes. We have a responsibility to protect those who can't protect themselves. Either they are animals or our fellow humans. The interview resonated with viewers. And 마어러 received an outpouring of support from strangers who had been moved by her words. Some shared their own stories of resilience, while others offered donations to help with the care of Daisy and the puppies. Among the messages was one that stood out. It came from a local animal welfare organization, offering to partner with Mauro to create an initiative aimed at preventing animal cruelty. The organization proposed hosting educational workshops, providing resources for pet owners, and supporting neighbors in establishing their own watch programs. 마어러 felt a renewed sense of purpose as she met with the organization's leaders to discuss their plans. Together, they developed a program called Pose of Justice, which focused on promoting kindness, awareness, and accountability. The program quickly gained traction, with communities across the region expressing interest in participating. The first Pose of Justice event was held in Willow Creek, drawing a large crowd of residents and visitors. The park was filled with booths offering information about pet care, cruelty prevention, and volunteer opportunities. There were activities for children, including a puppy play zone, where they could interact with rescue dogs and learn about responsible pet ownership. 마어러 stood near the main stage, watching as families laughed and played together, their spirits high. Daisy and her puppies were by her side, their tails wagging as children approached to pet them. The sight filled Maoro's heart with a sense of fulfillment she hadn't felt in months. And it was time for Maoro to speak. She stepped onto the stage, her nerves giving way to determination. She looked out at the crowd, her voice steady as she began. This journey started with heartbreak, she said. But it has brought us here, to a place of hope, resilience, and action. The loss of Daisy's puppies was devastating, but their memory has inspired something greater. Together, we can ensure that no animal has to suffer, that no community has to face this kind of pain alone. 더 오디언스 이러프티드 인투 어플로즈, 데어 치어즈 에커잉 스루 더 박. 마어러 펠트 에이 서지 오브 그레터투드 앤드 프라이드 에즈 시 스테프트 오프 더 스테이지, 데이지 트라팅 비사이드 허. 시 누더 로드 어헤드 우드 비 필드 위드 챌린지즈, 버시 올소 누시 워전트 페이싱 이트 얼론. 에즈 더 이벤트 운드 다운. 마어러 파운드 허셀프 서라운디드 바이 서포어터즈 이거 투세어 데어 온 스토리즈 앤드 아이디어즈. 원만, A 리타이어드 펄리스 오피서 네임드 헨리. 어프로치트 허 위드 A 디터민드 익스프레션. I want to help. He said. I've seen what cruelty can do. And I want to be part of the solution. Let me know how I can get involved. 마어러 스마일드. Her heart swelling with gratitude. 생유, 헨리. We need people like you. That evening, as 마어러 sat in her living room with Daisy and the puppies curled up beside her, she reflected on how far they had come. The pain of losing the puppies would never fully fade, but their memory had sparked a movement that was making a tangible difference. And as she looked at Daisy, her royal companion and the heart of her home, 마어러 felt a sense of peace. Together, they had turned tragedy into a force for good, proving that even in the darkest moments, hope and kindness could prevail. As the weeks turned into months, the cause of justice program began to flourish. News of its success spread across the region, drawing attention from animal welfare groups, local governments, and even national organizations. 마어러, once hesitant to step into the spotlight, found herself at the center of a growing movement. The program's second event was held in a neighboring town, where 마어러 and her team worked tirelessly to replicate the success of their first gathering. Volunteers from Willow Creek joined forces with local residents, creating a vibrant and welcoming atmosphere. The day was filled with workshops on animal care, adoption drives, and emotional stories from people who had found healing through their connections with animals. One such story came from a young woman named Clara, who had adopted a rescue dog after experiencing a personal tragedy. Standing on the stage with her dog, Max, by her side, Clara spoke about how Max had helped her rebuild her life. When I adopted Max, I thought I was saving him, Clara said, her voice trembling with emotion. But the truth is, he saved me. He taught me how to trust again, how to find joy in the little things. And for that, I'll always be grateful. The crowd erupted into applause, many wiping away tears as Clara hugged Max tightly. 마어러 watched from the sidelines, her heart swelling with pride. Stories like Clara's reminded her of why she had started this journey. To honor the memory of Daisy's lost puppies and to create a world where animals and humans could heal together. As the event wound down, 마어러 was approached by a journalist from a national publication. The journalist, a kind-eyed woman named Rachel, had been following the Cause of Justice program and wanted to write a feature story about 마어러's journey. Your story is incredible, Rachel said, her voice filled with admiration. It's not just about the tragedy, it's about how you turned that pain into something meaningful. I think people need to hear it. 마어러 hesitated, unsure if she was ready to share the most intimate parts of her experience on such a large scale. But after a moment of reflection, she nodded. If it can inspire even one person to make a difference, it's worth it, she said. Over the next few weeks, Rachel shadowed 마어러, attending events, interviewing volunteers, and capturing the essence of the Cause of Justice program. The resulting article, titled From Tragedy to Triumph, How One Woman Sparked a Movement for Animals, was published in a prominent magazine and quickly went viral. The article brought a wave of support, with donations pouring in from across the country. Schools reached out to implement the 프로그램즈 에저케이셔널 머티리얼즈 앤드 에너멜 셀터즈 익스프레스트 인트러스트 인 파우트너링 위드 마어러즈 팀. 더 어텐션 워즈 오버웰밍 but it also opened new doors for the program's growth. One evening, as Mauro shifted through emails from potential collaborators, she received an unexpected message. It was from the lawyer representing Emma Grayson, who was awaiting trial for his crimes. The email was brief. Emma Grayson has expressed a desire to apologize for his actions and offer restitution to the community. He has requested a meeting with you to discuss how he can make amends. Mauro's initial reaction was a mix of anger and skepticism. After everything he had done, the idea of sitting face to face with Emma Grayson felt impossible. But as she talked it over with her close friends and supporters, she began to see the potential in giving him a chance to make things right. The meeting was arranged at a noon location, with Mauro bringing along her lawyer and a trusted friend for support. When Emma Grayson walked into the room, he looked like a shadow of his former self. Gone was the gruff, defiant man she had confronted months ago. In his place was someone who seemed weary and remorseful. I don't expect you to forgive me, Emma Grayson began, his voice low and halting. What I did was inexcusable. I was angry, bitter, and I took it out on innocent lives. I'll carry that guilt for the rest of my life. Mauro listened in silence, her emotions a complex mix of resentment and compassion. She could see the pain in his eyes, the weight of his regret. I want to make amends, he continued. I've agreed to donate a significant portion of my assets to the Cause of Justice program. It's the least I can do. Mauro took a deep breath, her mind racing. She didn't know if she could ever truly forgive Emma Grayson, but she recognized the importance of his gesture. His donation could help expand the program, reaching more communities and saving more lives. I appreciate your willingness to take responsibility, Mauro said finally. What you did caused a lot of pain, but if you're serious about making a difference, I'll accept your help. The meeting ended with a sense of cautious closure. Mauro wasn't sure what the future held for Emma Grayson, but she hoped that his actions would serve as a reminder that change was possible, even in the face of the worst mistakes. The donation from Emma Grayson allowed the Cause of Justice program to scale in ways Mauro had only dreamed of. They established a mobile unit that traveled to underserved areas, providing free veterinary care, education, and resources. They also launched a scholarship fund for students pursuing careers in animal welfare, ensuring that the program's impact would continue for generations to come. Back in Willow Creek, life began to settle into a new normal. Mauro's bond with her neighbors grew stronger as they worked together to maintain the sense of community that had been forged in the wake of tragedy. Daisy and her puppies thrived, their playful energy filling Mauro's home with joy and laughter. One evening, as Mauro sat on her porch watching the sunset, she reflected on how much had changed. The pain of losing the puppies would always be with her, but it had been transformed into something beautiful, a movement that brought hope, healing, and connection. A soft bark drew her attention, and she looked down to see one of the puppies nuzzling her leg. She scooped him up, holding him close as she whispered, "You're part of something so much bigger now." And as the stars began to twinkle in the night sky, Mauro felt a sense of peace she hadn't known in months. The journey had been long and difficult, but it had also been filled with moments of courage, kindness, and unexpected grace. And in those moments, she found the strength to keep going. knowing that the memory of daisies lost puppies would continue to inspire change for years to come. The days that followed were a whirlwind of activity and reflection for Maurer. With the donation from Emma Grayson, the cause of justice program expanded at a pace she hadn't anticipated. Mobile units crisscrossed the state, reaching rural areas where resources for animal care was scarce. Workshops on animal welfare became a regular feature in schools, and the scholarship fund began supporting students who dreamed of making a difference in the field of animal advocacy. But as the program grew, so did Maurer's determination to ensure its values remained intact. She worked tirelessly to maintain the heart of the movement, a focus on compassion, community, and education. Each new milestone reminded her of the puppies who had been lost and how their memory had sparked a wave of kindness and resilience. 1 year after the tragic poisoning that had set everything in motion, Willow Creek hosted a special commemorative event in honor of the puppies. The town square was transformed into a lively festival, complete with food stalls, live music, and activities for families and their pets. At the center of the square stood a newly unveiled sculpture, a golden retriever surrounded by 6 playful puppies, their forms captured in delicate detail. Maurer stood before the crowd, her heart swelling with gratitude as she prepared to speak. Daisy sat at her feet, her tail wagging gently as she looked up at Maurer, her eyes filled with trust and love. When I lost Daisy's puppies, I felt like my world had shattered. Maurer began, her voice steady despite the emotion in her chest. I couldn't understand how someone could cause so much pain to such innocent creatures. But in the midst of that darkness, something incredible happened. My neighbors, my friends, you all came together to support me, to stand up against cruelty, and to create something beautiful. She gestured toward the sculpture, her eyes glistening. This isn't just a memorial for the puppies we lost. It's a reminder of what we can achieve when we choose compassion over indifference, when we stand together to protect those who can't protect themselves. The crowd erupted into applause, their cheers echoing through the square. Maurer stepped back, feeling the warmth of their support wash over her. It was a moment she would carry with her forever, a testament to the power of community and the enduring impact of kindness. As the festival continued, Maurer was approached by a young boy holding a small, scruffy puppy in his arms. He looked up at her with wide, earnest eyes. "Miss Maurer," he said, his voice shy but determined. "I want to help. My puppy's name is Scout, and we want to be part of your program." Maurer knelt down to his level, a smile spreading across her face. "That's wonderful," she said. "You and Scout are exactly what this program is all about." The boy's face lit up, and he hugged Scout tightly, his enthusiasm infectious. Maurer couldn't help but feel a surge of hope as she watched him run off to join the other children at the puppy play zone. The future of the cause of justice program was bright, and it was in the hands of people like him. As the sun began to set, painting the sky in hues of orange and pink, Maurer found a quiet moment to reflect. She thought about everything that had brought her to this point, the heartbreak, the challenges, and the unexpected acts of kindness that had carried her through. She knew the journey was far from over, but she also knew she wasn't walking it alone. Daisy nudged her hand, breaking her reverie. Maurer looked down and smiled, running her fingers through Daisy's soft fur. "We've come a long way, haven't we, girl?" she said softly. Daisy responded with a happy bark, her tail wagging furiously. As the stars began to twinkle in the night sky, 마어러 펠트 에이 센스 오브 피스 앤드 퍼퍼스 시 헤던트 논 비포어. 더 메모리 오브 데이지즈 로스트 퍼피즈 우드 오레이즈 비 위드 허. But it was no longer a source of pain, it was a source of strength. It had inspired a movement, brought people together, and reminded her of the power of compassion and resilience. And as she stood there, surrounded by the laughter and love of her community, 마오러 knew that the legacy of those tiny, innocent lives would continue to ripple out, touching hearts and changing lives for years to come.